Hey, Risky, what's going on? Risky, you're at Regis.
Yeah, I'm really sir.
Hey, did it work?
It worked. It worked.
You just be like, yo, Bukit Vista, let me in. Where's my coffee?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, all right, pretty fun. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Risky's at Regis. Dominic's at McDonald's. Okay, pizza. Okay, sounds good. Okay. All right, so go ahead and proceed to the
Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Stop the music.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
So, to recover from our epic embarrassment last night, getting kicked off of our bonfire ground, we're gonna have pizza and beer again today at the end of the day. It's payday. So, everybody's employee journals, I think I've already updated, so please check that out. There's some new elements on that. And let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on. So, Cynthia will be my co-host today. She'll read some of the stats. Let's give it up for Cynthia. Okay, as part of our leadership series of getting some public speaking experience, we want to make sure everyone gets a chance to read the note hands. Okay, eventually, maybe somebody else can lead the whole entire thing. That'd be awesome. Let's go into our theme of August. So, wait, before I begin, we got Vita here. Vita. Vita is on on-site trial student for human resources, and she's going to, her program is actually completely new. So one of her first activities will be, she will go up to everybody and ask you guys what you actually do, and is it the same as what you were read on the job description? That'll be one of her first sort of alignment things. So anyways, if Vita comes by later on, don't be a stranger. She's doing her assignment and hopefully understanding how we can make HR a better process for everyone. Okay? All right, let's go into the theme. So the August theme is peak bookings. We're looking to achieve peak revenue and delight our guests. The revenue target is 400,000. The stretch is 450. All right. So in line with the idea of imagining a month ahead, I've already set the September theme to be this. Now, on everybody's career matrix, there is PCI, PCC, PCE. So I think from September to October, the theme is PCE, process excellence. So we all know that currently we run certain processes here, and they can be improved, obviously. So process excellence is something that I think we need to think about. We need to think about what makes an excellent hosting experience, what makes an excellent online guest support experience, what makes an excellent HR experience. So these are generally motivated through projects, a project that actually brings the process down to an excellent level. There is, I haven't determined a revenue or a stretch target for September to October, but this will be the theme. So if you want to think early on about how to engage in new interesting projects, then now's a good time to just have that on the horizon. Okay, once again, June, July, August, and December, company bonuses shift from A to B. We're looking to hire for sufficient headcount, also focus on getting bookings and delighting guests. There's no change in that. Let's take a look and see on the content team. There's already been discussion and presentation about the brand avatar. I think we talked about that before. Has anybody added anything to the brand avatar yet? To Diva? Yes.
Sir, so we noticed that there's no one added, but we want to give a core value recognition.
Okay.
If we catch a good reply in the reservation or any message, we put there, and we found one.
Okay.
It's from Mayana. I made to recognize her.
In the core value recognition or here, right here?
So there's an inquiry asking about the bids and stuff, and the reply that Mayana gave is actually very on point, on brand. So she shares her personal experience. So she said around 10 minutes you can go to Kentucky. That's basically our support reply. But she makes it personal because she added it very private there. I just went this morning. It was very nice. Also nice sunset. So recognition.
Okay, all right. Don't hide behind that laptop. Let everyone see your face. All right, fantastic. I think that's great. I think that's really nice, actually. Sometimes to make it real, we have to recognize. Okay, thank you very much, Diva. Please, if you do see anybody else that has also written something that is very on point in terms of our brand avatar, our brand values, this is a good place to post it, yeah? Okay, so fantastic. Very nice. So let's move on to the other old orders of business. Has anybody forgot to sign their contract yet? Yeah.
Actually, that's my goal. I'm gonna pinch everywhere.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my goal. Like I will make my internal data who sign it.
We're going with the English version contracts now, but after September we're gonna get like the Bahasa bilingual contracts later. This is just like, you know, we gotta go with an MVP right now with something. But yeah, we're engaging a few law firms right now to get us actually a little bit more legally tidy. So new stuff on that. All right. Jogja, sign your contracts and send them to my personal email, jingchogang@gmail.com. And Numli will work on DocuSign. Oh, right. So Numli's working on actually a DocuSign, right?
Yeah, I'm working with her to try to.
Updates on that. Is DocuSign working better for us or any?
Actually, Nangli, Ping, Ara, and you. They said.
Give
did
the test
approval
results.
Or test. So,
Okay,
but
we did it.
since my project, this month I work closely with Nangli, and then I try with the team.
Okay. Does everyone know what DocuSign is? Okay. DocuSign is basically an online way of signing documents. It makes everything far, far easier. When you sign up for like a Google account, it's essentially like that. So instead of actually having to physically sign something, put a stamp on it, whatever, you just DocuSign it and then it goes through. So part of understanding DocuSign is actually understanding internet law a little bit better too as well. Because I think if we really want to become innovative hospitality company, doing things by paper is just so inefficient. So DocuSign is hopefully a new innovation that will bring us legally more bound and also keep us agile. All right, next item of old business. Stretch targets, August bonuses go to double. End of month assessment on SLA reliability. Right, so we've already started that on the SLA reviews and pivots, I believe, and I think some of the SLAs have been reviewed, but there's some more that have not been reviewed. For the company to revenue management and the company to HR, what I'll do is I'll put that into the employee satisfaction survey, and that's the easiest place to pick up on those SLAs. How's the rest? Are there any other SLAs that have not been reviewed yet for this month? I guess we'll have to take a look at that to actually see it. But okay, we want to do this. We want to look back on all the SLAs that we established back in July to see how many can be actually progressed positively and how many need to be pivoted. So this is that assessment. Okay, Jojonomic. Jojonomic is part of our reimbursement portal now, and I think everybody is using it. Yes? Okay, so we got Jojonomic added to our company culture. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Gigi, for championing that project. Okay, the bonuses are still there. So there's Wanted, like Cowboys in the West. 3 million for simplifying phone calls from guests. 1.5 million for simulation programs for trial evaluations. 1 million to organize a quiz night, and a 2 million prize to win the quiz night. 1.5 to the first prize team, and 0.5 million to the second prize team. 3 million to a senior accountant. We're almost there. Gigi, I think Gigi recruited his own successor.
No, it's the finance administrator.
Okay, all right.
Instead of the senior.
There it is, though. But yeah. And then 5 million for self-service owner dashboard. This is essentially to divert all the owner requests from coming to us to self-service phenomena. So this is actually old business already, and I'll go ahead and just actually move that over to this side. But it's always good to see it's new. Okay, and then reservation case study, the zoo. Let's see if there's any new zoo objects this week. Have anyone captured any new zoo animals yet? No? Yes? No? Same as before? Okay. While we wait for that to load, I'll go back up to the all hands. Okay, let's take a look. Observations and improvements. Of course, we are now on an August sheet. Is everybody on the August sheet? Why do we change sheets?
To load faster.
Yeah, to load faster. Exactly. We put down so much feedback that it slows everything down. Okay, so looks 1 from August 5th from Ivan. Airbnb is having a problem with their server. It takes too long to reply, gets review. ABB rev is so slow. Anybody else experiencing this besides Ivan? No? Okay. Because Ivan usually works on this. Okay. Oh, right. Right. This is the funny one, right? This is the one I didn't hear about. This is totally messed up. Okay. Giacomo at La Jolla BB with Ivan. There's an overbooking case caused by the La Jolla BB team that resulted in them being moved to Nina rather than Bungalow for the first 2 nights. At first they're okay with it, but later on they texted me, said the place isn't available with them, and they want a refund for the first 2 nights. Alvin and I are working on a financial compensation scheme to actually get this done. We've essentially allotted for more flexibility to Alvin to create a financial compensation for this. This is kind of a weird overbooking, and also on top of that, there's an underpricing situation. So it's like 2 errors stacked on top of each other, and it looks like we're gonna have to pay to get out of this one. There's no fast way out. So this one, the action is generally lead to air support, come up with a financial sort of, I would say it's a grenade blast. So it's sort of going to blow it up, but let's try and limit the blast radius so less things get damaged. Okay, Rumanoni. All right, Rumanoni. There is a difference between the email confirmation received by our partner and the Booking.com dashboard. So why is that happening? Let's see. What's the case over there to Geek?
Okay, so basically, the owner complained to me because there is a price difference between the one who I reported on the monthly report and the one that received by the partners by email. So, but I have escalated this case to. Basically, I don't know who I need to escalate this to, but maybe.
Okay. All
I
right.
just ping Mas Bayu and also Dominic.
Okay.
Since
Actually, we need more information. I mean, what is
Right.
the difference? What is
so
that, please?
basically, can you open the first page?
Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
the total reservation there is a 1.8 something, and on the dashboard, the total reservation value is 1.6 something. So there is no alteration and there is no.
This is both are on Booking.com.
Yeah.
So Booking.com have different value.
Kind
Their
of.
own.
Yeah.
We should ask Booking.com then.
I thought.
This is both on Booking.com.
Okay. So do you mean? Did you mean the email confirmation is not from us? So it's directly from Booking.com or?
Not from us, but if on Booking.com is different, then of course our email will be different. That's like
because it's super rare happening to the partners. That's why I need to make sure whether we parse the correct information or not. So that's the point.
is 1.6 blah 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 plus 247
No.
equals the total number, because that's the split actually, the commission for Booking.com and the
Yeah,
value.
but that's the sell price. So 1.6 is the sell price.
It should be 1.9 if you add these 2 numbers together. Okay, well, I think you two have something to discuss then, and perhaps figure it out. If it's a Booking.com on Booking.com discrepancy, then there's not too much we can do. But if it is something that we parse, then I think that goes to Mike. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. All right. Public arenas are always kind of funny for having these discussions. Okay, this is a big dodo bird. It happened. All right, Dominic caught it. So there are fatal wrong details on this one. So good morning. The overnight parking will be 100,000, but we suggest you use valet parking, which is only 75,000 per 24 hours, and you have free access in and out for it. So the guest asked about the cost of overnight stay, and we responded with the overnight parking. Okay, all right. And then Dominic caught it herself. Okay, that's very good. And then there's free parking on premises. And then, okay, there's parking fee. There is no, what? If you, wait, okay, I'm confused. All right, so maybe Dominic, you can tell us a little bit more since you have a smug smile on your face.
So yeah, basically, the description on Airbnb said that the free parking is available in premises, but on the other thing to note, we input that there's a parking, but there will be a fee also. So I kind of think you get confused.
I see. Okay, so not quite a dodo bird. A dodo bird is when we explain something wrong via reservations. I think this is a content contradiction. So on one side we say it's free, on the other side we say it's like essentially it's not free. Okay, interesting thing bringing it up. Dominic, what should we do with this? Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. I'll fix it soon. Okay, already got it. Okay, so it seems like that has been the correct case of this. Dominic, I do think that this is something a little bit different. This seems like it's within content. Do you want to name it since you're the first person to find it?
We tackle
A what?
mini tackle.
A mini taco. Does anybody know what a mini taco is? What's a mini taco, Dominic?
It's a dog.
Oh, okay. Okay, Dominic, it's yours to name. Go ahead and call it mini taco. I'll let you write it on the observations, okay? All right.
Can I suggest a
Yes.
solution for this?
Sure.
Please add a content request so content person can fix it right away.
Right. Okay. All right. So Dominic, if somebody detects this, then please, instead of tagging the content person on the document, just put it in a content request, and then the content person can fix it right away. Ooh, is that another animal? If you forgot to put in a content request.
We should be. Yes.
Well, what is it called?
Lazy.
Lazy beaver.
Well, lazy.
Ah.
Okay, so Dominic's guilty of a lazy beaver, but she found the mini tate. Okay, a lazy beaver. So yeah, don't be a lazy beaver. If you see a problem, put it in a content request, and the content team will fix it. Okay, fantastic. All right. Oh yeah, this one I detected. So this is kind of funny. La Bami, as our favorite place in Uluwatu, has got. Yeah, don't you love it? Isn't it great? We all knew it was going to be awesome. So 6 reviews, 3.5 stars each, 3 on cleanliness, 3.5 on value. So this is a little bit disturbing. It means that I think immediately we need to go back and inform the partner that their cleanliness situation is far below standard. This is only one more review from probably getting turned off again and getting paused and going down our sort of fateful track. It already got paused. Okay. All right. Who's in the best position to fix this issue? Speak with the owner and let them know, hey, please clean your shit.
The best person is the head of the housekeeping.
Okay. So, babe, can you talk to me?
It's in the group actually.
It's in the group. Tell the housekeeping that they're getting a 3-star out of 5, and there is no 2-star. There's only 3. That's it. Huh? Okay. So the Bami's case is there, and okay, all right. This was kind of a where did this happen? Oh, Batu John Hill. I saw this review, so I thought we should share. It's nothing personal, but something interesting, right? So Batu John Hill room is run down, not very clean. The hooks in the bathroom almost fell down. There's stains everywhere. No amenities. Nothing. Not even water. Location is in the middle of nowhere. A little bit harsh. I don't think it's in the middle of nowhere, but okay. Staff is nice, but seems confused as to what their job entails. Maybe we need Vita to go over there and interview them. And then the people are very nice and help me whenever I need a taxi. Okay, yeah, taxi situation there. Any sort of, do you have a screenshot of the review so I can deliver to the guests? Okay, no, I don't. But that is essentially the thing. Who should we talk to about these kinds of cases too? Owner, housekeeping, everybody? Anybody?
The owner.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Does the owner care?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright. This one's fun. Okay, this one I brought up. So, I just found out that Tableau actually has a, what do you call it? A shared server, actually. So, Tableau has, everyone knows what Tableau is here, right? So, Tableau has a, what do you call it? Competition. So, the competition is creating visualizations for people with large data sets, such as, this one was pretty cool, the Singapore government. So, the Singapore government gives out their data sets available to anybody. So you can take the data set and you can create visualizations on it. And what they have is actually pretty cool, is they have things like this, right? So they have Tableau built already onto their website, and it shows you what, let's say, the amount, I don't know what CPF is, I think it's their social security program, but you can take a look live and see how their economy is doing based on Tableau data. I think it'd be cool if we had that too. So hopefully people come to the Bukit Vista website when they want to find out what is the new price for a 3-bedroom villa in Canggu, stuff like that, right? Or what are peak season dates, stuff like that. Anyway, I had a discussion with Bayu. He said it's going to cost a lot more money if we do this. So then I said how much, and a lot. So anyway, but it's basically the next tier of subscription, and here is what it costs. Ooh, the starting is $14,000, which is a lot, and $28,000, and 5 year total cost of the solution is $25,000. Okay, we need to pay for each user, minimum 100 users. Tableau embedded analytics. Wow, does the Singapore government pay that much to share their data? Crazy. Okay, for the end user,
They get it for free.
because maybe
Maybe
we should.
promote them. Sponsor.
Maybe Chadwick can promote us. November 11th. Okay, the host conference. So for the end user, Bayou's trying to build our own visualization using a superset, and normally this will create more transparency and alignment with our villa communities. Absolutely. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Oh, right, heads up. So we're getting a lot of pushback on the new Market Building 5 or whatever version it's on, and this is related to the limited owner use. So the current limited owner use is 7 days maximum per month, and majority of owners don't agree. I think the majority of owners that we recently talked to also don't agree here in Bali. The reason being that most people come on holiday for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so by limiting them down to 7 days, it doesn't work. So what we're trying to do is we're pivoting to 45 days a year. It will be harder to monitor, but I think the owners will be more agreeable if we set a bandwidth limit. Okay, any updates on that? No? Any feedback? Okay, FYI then. Yes, over to YI.
Is it 30 days or 45 days?
45 days for now? Yeah, per year. So in 1 year, 45 days. Which is about right. You figure like that's about like say 2 holidays and then 2 weeks after that. Okay, that's it for observations and improvements for August. Let's take a look at Singapore's economy. No, let's skip that. Okay, let's see, what are we talking about? Oh yes, the sales projection analysis. So the sales projection analysis on August is using identical model to July, since July works, so we're not changing that much. We are starting, no, it's actually absolutely the same. Same stuff there. Let's see what we've added. We have SLA agreements, base starting revenue, and alright, we're looking to optimize the revenue performance in Squad 4 by figuring out where revenue leaks are happening from owner stays. So we're hoping to get a little bit more revenue from Squad 4, but essentially the analysis is the same. I tracked actually this is interesting, we never do this before. We have tracked now what the performance for August looks like at the beginning of August, so our starting value points. This will allow us to see where the lift is coming from and where there might not be lift. Notice in Squad 3 or Squad 4 for example, the end revenue at the end of the month is pretty close to the revenue at the beginning of the month. And so we're trying to figure out why that's happening, but this gives us our initial starting points. And this overall shows us where we are in terms of our July. So July, as just a recap, oh, you can't see July here. July is month 7. But July we actually ended up finishing 31%. So that was just about right? 33% was the growth on the first year, 29%, so this year it is right between. Okay, and pretty much the rest of it remains the same. The gap that we're trying to close is 105,000 right here, and we're still using the chi-square model, which means that this week is one of the most important weeks to actually getting the revenue to work. So chi-square.
Kirim berapa? 2.
Oh, okay. I thought that was coming. Okay, let's go back up to all hands. So we got that. We got squad workflow. We got cancellation policies. Right. Okay, to Diva. Diva, tell us about the rollout.
Oh yeah, so we run the experiment to about the cancellation policy. So our variables are reusable in CPU and the box. Long story short, we want to try whether if we change to moderate, will it affect our testing performance or like feasibility? And long story short, it doesn't affect. So what we're planning to do is basically change the default setting for cancellation policy to moderate, except for the one that are already strict. So I'm putting it here because I kind of need help to change all the listing to moderate cancellation policy.
Okay, all right. So it's been put up on Wendy's task list. Where's Wendy actually? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So if you have some extra bandwidth, this is a pretty big change. We need to go through all the listing. I would suggest perhaps doing it in stages. Yeah, chunks. So we can stage one chunk, look at it. Stage one chunk, look at it. And then we can gradually bring everything over. What's the timeline that you'd like for this project, Eva? How long would you like for this to change over?
Depends on how many people working on it.
Ah, right. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Anyways, okay, that's a pretty big job. Diva's put it on the board. If you're new here, Rita, maybe you can help with that. And also, if you have some spare bandwidth, that is up on the board. Okay. On Alvin is looking for amenity checks on the properties.
That's project is still not rolling because after I discussed too, I believe that we can also do it parallelly with the one that we check all the receipt that not converted. So we kind of eliminate all the receipt that not converted, then we double check it again.
Okay, so meaning that this should remain here or just remove? Remove.
I think we can remove it from.
Okay.
I think I can do it on September.
All right, let's revisit in September. We're going to call and purge some of the listings that are not productive and just over listings. So we got night shift on new candidates, and also Bayou is looking to observe imperfections of listing that causes frictions for guests to book instantly and take action. So that's daily content doctor. Okay, daily content doctor is part of usually new candidate duties in the beginning. All right, on the rat, Jimbaran, Bingin, Balangan, Pandoa, Pachatu, Nusa Dua, and West are covered by squad 1. Yuan and Lee are working on market building. Viva is the primary on content. Alvin and Eva work on air support. Chris will be, I think, leaving on the 7th, but I'm trying to get him to retain for location work on night shift, hopefully. See what he says. And then Ivan, Putu, Maha, Rian, and Eva are the hosts. Risky's doing finance, Rafik's in the community. Kristen Lee and Jing are working on revenue management. Jing is chapter leader in HR. Bayou's chapter leader in internal tools. Online marketing is being done by Diva. I believe nothing has changed on this, right? So, has anybody changed anything? No? It's all the same? Alright, let's skip. Yes, to you.
Oh yeah, actually about the revenue management on spot 4.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm asking Wayana to look for a replacement for me because
Okay.
currently it's not Maximus. I'm only backing up for the setting the pricing.
Okay.
We need a revenue manager.
Okay, needs to roll, what do we call it? Needs person here. Okay. I don't know what the HR term for it is, but it's a bubble. It's a vacant role. Okay, so right, if you want to step up and get some extra revenue base pay, then step up here to Rip Squad 4. There is a role that is available. On profile coverage, nothing has changed? Any changes on profile coverage? Yeah? Okay, I motion to skip this. Do I have a second? Okay, alright, cool. Let's take a look at the weekly market KPIs, the best part of the week. So, currently we are at 314 right now for the amount of revenue achieved for the month of August. Let's take a look at the weekly sales. Oh wait, sorry, this is where Shinthia steps in. Yeah, Shinthia, step on up and take the stage. This is the part where you speak. Please welcome Shinthia.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Morning, Cynthia.
Okay, here, thank you for the time. Here, I'd like to share about our weekly revenue, right? Okay. First of all, this is for all of the squad, and then should we check?
We'll start with the weekly sales first. So the weekly sales report for last week.
Okay, this is the weekly sales for the last week. Sorry, monthly sales. Yeah, monthly sales for the last week, and we started this by with 340 something, and then okay, and then we are going to the weekly sales. It's for all of the squad, and should we?
Yeah, sure. So I'll back up Shinthia here. Yeah.
Okay.
So the last week's sales were 47,000, and the total sales
Okay,
47,000 for the first week of, actually the last week of July and the first week of August, so it was a little bit of both, and also 60,000 of sales outside. I believe this is actually a new record for amount achieved in 1 week. It's almost 100,000 worth of sales in 1 week. 47 of that was achieved in August sales. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. G. And then we're gonna move to the here converted potential revenue. Okay, so we have 160 something, and then on the last month, and let's see. This for the spot one. This for the spot one. There's 30,000 something. Sorry, I can make it clearly here.
Oh, here.
And then
If I may, just for a moment, what I'll do is I'll try to zoom up here
Oh,
so
okay.
that we can take a look.
Oh,
Okay, there you go. That's
Oh,
converted
oh, it's good.
request for squad 1.
Okay, this is the unconverted request for squad 1. It's not unconverted. 30,000 to something. And then this for the request. Yep. Yeah, the total revenue is 50,000. Okay, and then we move to the squad 2. Okay, for the squad 2, let's see. Okay, there's 17,000 and something that unconverted revenue, and then for the total revenue is 40,000 and something. That's true. Okay, then we're gonna move to the third, or the squad 3. Okay, squad 3 is 3,000 and something unconverted revenue, unconverted booking, and then for the total revenue we have 4,000 and something. That's squad 4. Sorry. Okay, please be patient. Yeah, thank you for being patient. And then we have 8,000 that unconverted revenue potential, and we have 20,000 for the total revenue potential. And then let's move to the booking base. Okay, let's see. For the highest booking base, we got it. Oh, we got 100 and something, I guess, right? Oh, okay. Okay, 140 for the highest one, and we got the lowest one is. Go, please. Can you?
Sure. There. I got you. I'll point for you now. So the lowest one is I believe 69, and that was on Friday, July 19th. The past few days.
Okay, and the past few days is 86. Okay. And today we work on 21, 24, 21. Okay, let's move. Okay, this is the contributor of each squad. Okay, we start with the squad 1. Squad 1 on the July we have 170, and there's August we started with 150. Squad 2 130, and the squad 3 is 14,000 and 900 something, and then for the squad 4 we started with 39,000 and something. Okay, now we'll go to the booking heat map. Okay. Oh, I can zoom in. Oh, can I zoom in? Oh, sorry.
Okay, so let's zoom in on squad 1's activity over here.
Okay. This is for the activity. On the Saturday we have. Oh, this is the August. And then we have 24 for the highest here. And then it's stable. No, there's 3. It's so dynamic here. And then for the squad 2 we have 29 for the highest booking here. Okay. Yep. And for the squad 3, okay, we have 9, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay, that's pretty low. And then for the squad 4, we have 21 highs here, and then but it drops, and yeah, it gets drops at 16. And then we're gonna move to inactive property. Or we're gonna. Okay, for the inactive property, we're gonna. Thank you. This one is for the beginning for the squad 1. Okay. And then we're gonna move to this squad 2. This is the jungle. and then mama. And then we're gonna move to the squad 3. Squad 3, we have some agreement for the squad 3. I think we're gonna update that, and then for the squad 4, we have Batan Sabo, Oziantiris, and Gamat. Okay, there's origin. Okay, for the goods origin, I think we have from Europe still, and then America, and then I got and then that's from the East Australia, and then from why? Oh shit. Okay, let's move. Let's move, yeah. It's late now, sorry. Yeah. Wait. Let's go. Oh, please. Okay, we can see that from the Europe and then from the US America. Yes. Oh, August. Oh, yeah. Let me try. Here. Okay, this is for that. August, this still from the Europe, we get from Jakarta, and then from America, and then here's from the East Australia, Jakarta, we got it from Japan, and where is it? Hawaii.
New Zealand.
New Zealand, and then New Zealand. Yeah. Okay, then we're gonna move to the okay, this is for the adventure accommodation. We have 1,011 and then 11,000. And then for the Agoda, we have 1,000 and something, and for the Arabi fee we have 1,900 something. And for the from the Bastian and Wayana. Okay, Bastian and Wayana we have 19,000 and something, and Bayu and Wayana we have 18,000. Here's from the booking.com we have 26,000, and from the Leafy Direct we have 400, and D1NG we have 4,000, and then okay, this is for Jing and BB we have 31,000. Oh, sorry, ML, sorry. Oh, thank you. This is for ML we have 31,000, and here's ML and Wayana we have 2,000. Wow, that's very high. It's working.
Yeah. Money's like, yeah.
And then from the Wayana, Gabriel and Jake. Gabriel Ada, it has 2,030, 200 something. Jing 50,000 and 55, and this Jing and Wayana 60,006. 66,000, I mean, like, and then this Chris and Wayana, we have 12,000 here, and then And then this Nokia and Ada, we have 5,900 and four. What is it? Nokia and Ada, sorry, Nokia and Ada 4,400. And then Swiss Peggy and BP, we have 10,000. First for Traveloka, we have six, not active, but then, and where now we have 59,000. This is the revenue from the area, this is from Barangan, and Benin we have 61,000, and Canggu we have 55,000. And, sorry, what is it? Next week. Jimbaran we have 25,000, and from Nusa Dua we have 26,000. From Nusa Penida we have 39,000. And for the Padang Padang we have 21,000. We have Seminyak we have 5,000. Ubud we have 13,000. And Uluwatu we have 35,000. Where is Ungasan we have 22,000. And then for the Yogyakarta we have 14,000.
Fun, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Should we?
Let's take a look. New properties this week. Komala Homestay. New?
Kumala.
Yes.
Click on the
Jangan di business soalnya.
click on the
Satu misalnya kalau kita kalau cuma kemana bisa
Order.
Okay, so this is the new guest house in Canggu area. So basically, it's a 7-bedroom. It's close to Rakarai. Hence, also the owner is basically the Rakarai's owner sister. So they are quite familiar with our service. So yeah, it just got launched, and hopefully we'll get booked pretty soon. It's quite similar to Rakarai basically, actually. But yeah, it's very close to the heart of Canggu.
Correct, Kamala. And the next one is Pondo Julie.
Yes.
Rough hewn.
Yeah, so this is also located in Canggu. Also close to Rakarai, it's only like a few minutes away from Rakarai. It's 10 bedrooms. It got lunch. I got lunch last week and already got booked. I think one at the last week. So hopefully we'll get booked. Yeah. So that's for me. Yeah.
Pondo Julie and Kamala. Okay. And Dickie and Papason. These are okay. Alright, cool. Alright. Okay. Alright, let's give it up for Cynthia then, yeah?
Thank you for your patience. I appreciate that.
Hey, look, it's not easy being up here. It's not easy reading all this data up here, so I think it takes courage to build it up. Good practice for solidarity. My tomato timer came in.
Not gonna work.
My tomato timer comes in. If you see me and the timer's still running, don't disturb. Right? That's what tomato timer. So when you see that this triangle lines up with this triangle, when that's 0, then you can talk to me. Okay, all right. So I like it. Okay. Anyway,
Jing,
yes, sir.
can we go back to Tableau? I add one more graph actually. I think that's pretty useful for
Yes, sir.
the squad. So can you go to the
Chapter KPIs?
unconverted potential revenue?
Oh, right. Yes. Okay, let me bring that up.
Yeah. So
All right. So let me dig deep into this, and yes, Value has added this. I have noticed. So in addition to having all this great data here as before, there's a new little section. I'll give an example on Squad 1. So let's say, for example, Squad 1, we see essentially where the unconverted potential is, but Value's made it actually graphed out into a more tabular way, so you can see exactly which properties are the ones that are the problems, right? So the Alchemist, in July, we gave up about $7,000 worth of bookings at the Alchemist, which was, tragic. La Joya BB, we gave up about $5,000 worth of bookings, and Village Shanti, there was $4,900 worth of bookings. Nazeki, $3,000 worth of bookings. Ayunan, $2,200. Bing and Luna, $2,163. So in a sort of a very, very easy and fast way, you can hit your top markers really quickly and see where they are failing. You can see already for the Alchemist, already in August, in 6 and 4 days, we've already turned down $526 worth of bookings. So these are structural issues. In Squad 2, and we go into Squad 2. Squad 2, the biggest offenders seem to be Labak. Labak turning down $1,700 worth of inquiries. Bobby's turning down $1,900 worth of requests. Pondo Kita, $1,069. Kutumbanak, we don't even work with Kutumbanak, and $1,700 worth of inquiries. So once again, guys, and ladies, this is essentially two problems, right? So one, is it that we're unable to find a similar listing, or is it we have just too many listings sitting around collecting requests that actually just don't have any supply? So hopefully this will allow us to get this part reduced. It could be a signal to market builders also as well. Market builders are accountable for the first 3-month revenue pipeline. If you do look for property, maybe this wouldn't be a bad way to look for direction. Essentially, if you could find something that was equivalent to Labak, such as our new guys, Honolulu and what was the other one? Komala, then that would give an alternative for this type of revenue to be captured again. Yes?
We actually fixed the problem with Labak residents. So
We did!
Yeah.
Booking.
Labak Nelayan and residents, and the third one would be exclusive with us. I think Rafiq is working on that.
Wait, has it been done? Has it been done? Are we celebrating too early? Okay, Rafiq, you got a haircut. You don't look like Rafiq anymore. It's not Rafiq.
That's a different.
It's Rafiq's clone. It's like Triborg or something.
Sini-chan.
Okay, Rafiq, okay, thank you very much. Yes, once again, a lot of these problems can be fixed from a market building, especially requests, I think, from a market building angle. Like in Nusa Penida, we all have our partners on Toki. There is no request that we cannot take. So thank you very much, Rafiq, for working on the Labak case. I salute you. Okay. Anyway, okay. Thank you for that. I think this allows our teams to be more targeted and deliberate. Let's go into the chapter KPIs, which always is everybody's favorite statistic for some reason. So these are the SLA KPIs, and let's take a look at how we're doing on that. And so for content looks pretty much all good, right? So we got essentially above 70% for all the instant book, 90% this week, 92% this week. So that is very strong on the content side of the business. On the unconverted Villa Damu is still unconverted, so that's a little bit below the SLAs. Is there any particular squad that has better or worse statistics? Let's see. Squad 1, looking pretty good. Everything's SLA compliant on content. Squad 2, probably the same. Yep, all good. Looking SLA compliant. Squad 3, which is actually rolled into Squad 4. Squad 3 is even SLA compliant on Instabook, and Squad 4. Squad 4 looking good as well. Okay, fantastic. Excellent. Oh, this one's a little bit getting closer to that. Looking at hospitality. Okay, hospitality is hard. Let's take a look at what we've been seeing the past few weeks.
Hello, sir.
Yes!
Bila Damo just get booking a few hours ago.
Hey, fantastic. All right, lifted it up. Okay, Damo got out of the no booking funk, so it is good to go. For show. All right. So Squad 1. Okay. Squad 1. A little bit below SLA compliance for all 3 weeks actually. So 91%, 92%, 85, 86. What is SLA compliance for hospitality? 95. Okay, so we're below on that. Squad 2, also a bit below. slightly improving a little bit on squad 1, squad 2. This week we're at 100%, so that's good. All the early reviews like us. Squad 3, oh my god, I just can't see what that is. Okay, that's 66%, because there's only 2 reviews. Okay, squad 3 is at 66%, so that's below SLA compliance. Squad 4 is SLA compliant on the last week of July, and I'm below now. Okay, let's take a look at reservations. Reservations is where the heart of the action is. So reservations, not that great. We're supposed to be getting 25% squad 1. We're at 13, 17, and 18. 100% not converted this week. Squad 2, we're at 17, 24. This is pretty close, and then 15. Squad 3 at 13, 10, and 9. And squad 4 at 26, 17, and 27. So SLA compliant for 2 weeks out of 3 on squad 4. And then in terms of requests, squad 1 is below. It should be at 50. It's at 45, 37, 36, and 30. Squad 2 is SLA compliant at 55, 56, 59, and 59. And squad 3 is sometimes compliant, 100%, sometimes not compliant, 100%. Squad 4 is all good, all compliant with the SLA standards, except for this week. Currently, we're just getting started. It's at 33%. Okay, great. Let's take a look at the market building funnel and how far along are we on that. So total market building funnel from, let's see, back in, what was this? This was back in May. We got 9,000 from Eggy. We got 13,000 from Nung Lee. Got another 13,000 from Wayana. Eggy's the leader in June with 48,000. Nung Lee leads or is second in, no wait, she's third with 23,000, and Wayana is second with 35,000. And Wayana is on the board this month in July, or sorry, last month in July with 3,000 coming from Labami. Villa Damu with Eggy. That was that new booking, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic, on board. Okay, so that's SLA compliance, and I think that covers all. Oh yeah, community. All right, community doesn't have too much to show at the moment. It's just
There's some feedback.
okay. There's feedback. All right. We need more participation right now. We have almost 99% of people have not participated in the community survey, and the feedback is. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
It's not correct, huh?
Okay.
Not correct.
Tell me, Rafik, what is correct?
This matches.
Is Lenny already participated?
Oh yeah. Okay.
No. That's for last month.
This one.
This is for this month.
This is
For this month. For August. For July, which was issued in August. So we're looking in July performance, but it's recent. Yeah. The last month's ones is Rafik. Got you there, Rafik. All right. So I know it's okay. I like it when you complain. Okay. Survey notes from Pondok Chesia is you. It's not about how to prove anything, but according to the condition at Bali Island, you are doing good service already. That's very forgiving. Okay. What is the condition? What's the okay? I don't know. What do they mean? What are they implying? Okay, whatever. But okay, not whatever. But okay, let's. If you're in the community management, if you're a host, please go out and get the owners to fulfill these surveys. That would be really beneficial. All right, let's jump back into the all hands. We reported already on the stats. Okay, the guilds are as before. Please join the guilds. We have, I think, more activity in the guilds this month than before. Any new guilds? There's a project guild. Project guild is being led by Tendi. It's Friday at 11 a.m. Bali time. I'm not sure what happens in the project guild, but I'm sure it's awesome. So please come. Sports guild. Once again, hopping days at 6 a.m. and 6:30. Sports guild has evolved into snack guild now. And video game guild. I don't think I see more Mortal Kombat guild than anything. Mortal Kombat guild. Okay, but I think they still do sports. Or maybe we need to have alternating. We'll just take the controller out. We're going to go back to sports guild. Okay, anyhow, right, Skillshare, learn to draw. Learn to draw. Drawing is cool. OKRs are up here. Oh, I have my OKRs up. So let me display my OKRs for the company so we can see how I did in July. Okay, so I said I would wait for something to load. Okay, so July, my OKRs were this, right? So I was set to improve the inquiry to conversion rate in the company, identify inquiry conversion loss, and develop reservation rehab programs. The key result was to get SLU compliance on the HAR side. No, didn't really work, right? So that's a fail. The scope is pretty large. We still find SLA violations on the weekly HAR sync up. But we did actually find out something new. This is alerting. There is actually market building content issues that actually limit request conversion, so it's not just all a reservation issue. And also we had some success on Squad 4, so we do actually know what's working and what isn't. And so that was actually pretty revealing. The pivot will be to remove inactive listings. I believe this is part of Diva's OKRs already, thank you Diva. And also reducing request loss at the Alchemist, because currently we have a lot of requests that just don't have any input. So my second objective was to focus on the top 20 revenue producing properties. Now, this is normal. So this is kind of a funny OKR, right? So it sort of succeeded and it sort of didn't. And this is what reality usually actually looks like. So what I projected was I was projecting 240 for Squad 1, 140 for Squad 2, and Squad 4, which combined Jogja, was at 70. Now, we did actually reach our goal, but the projections were actually off on Squad 1 and Squad 3 and 4. So Squad 1 we were projecting 240, we got actually 140. Squad 2 actually hit the projections, the projection was 140, they got to 142. And Squad 3 and 4 were projecting 79, we got to 59. Okay, so I don't know if we can keep this or not, but I mean we over project before and then we sort of make it because we expect it too high. I guess that's one way of getting it. Maybe the next time I'll do it, I'll actually try to get it just a little bit closer, right? So that the actual realities on Squad 1 and Squad 4 come closer. Okay, anyway, so that goes into my next slide. So I'm essentially doing the same for August, and also we need to fulfill our HR company SLA, and Vita hopefully is here to help with that process as well, because we need to find some new people here. Okay. Okay, employee satisfaction survey should go out today. Very sorry, we need to get that out to everyone. And let's see. Promotion! Chandra is now promoted. Chandra is a senior online guest support person. If you want to watch how she got promoted, please watch this YouTube link. It's a very entertaining, dramatic process.
What kind of break?
What does that mean? Oh, okay. Sorry, okay, we'll wait for us to come back here. Are we back yet? Can you guys see the flow? That's disgusting. Disgusting. Okay. I suppose the video is rolling. So anyways, congratulations, Chandra. If you haven't applied for your promotion review, please apply for it. Don't be shy to get a promotion review. Even if it doesn't work out, look at Maha hiding behind you. Don't be shy to apply for promotion review. Even if it doesn't work out, it's actually very valuable feedback so that you do get promoted eventually, right? If you don't ever ask, then you'll never know. So, okay. I didn't finish my thing here. Sorry about that, but I'll explain it verbally. All right, I'd like to nominate two groups for core value mentions this week. So one is Squad 1, the entire squad, for being the hero. We had multiple break-ins and thefts on the same day at Village Rita and also at Village Hunty. But the squad pulled together at the very unusual hour. It happened at 10 p.m. We consulted the owner, formulated a plan, followed through with the execution. This kind of case needs to be delegated to the police. We do not handle criminal cases that happen inside people's homes, and we must remain as calm as possible to steer the outcome towards a safe conclusion. This is a very uncertain, highly stressful situation. It requires courage, poise, clear judgment, and our team has done incredible to get the shit done right. So thank you very much for getting that to us. Okay. Maha, Alvin, Squad 1, Ivan, all you guys, I saw you guys very involved in that, and that is worthy of recognition. The second one, I didn't finish writing, but I did see something actually I want to recognize. This is on Squad 4. This is coming from Cynthia, stepping on toes. What Cynthia did was she did actually say that her bandwidth was consumed, and it was a very difficult conversation to have with her teammates, especially since one of her teammates had actually already accepted a delegation of duties from her. This is very important. This is exactly what we mean by stepping on toes. Sometimes we have to say things that don't exactly create friendship, I guess, but they need to be said in order to have work clarity. And it is very difficult to say these things, and I want to recognize Cynthia for having the courage to say that. So congratulations, Cynthia. Sorry, I didn't finish writing that. My bad. Okay, been very interrupted. I'm done. All right, perfect. Okay, so that pretty much settles it. Let's see. Does anybody else have any core value recognitions or anything else they'd like to mention? No? Okay, yes, Cynthia.
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Mas Bayu.
Oh yeah?
Mas Bayu helped me and Mo actually. I've put it there, but I don't know it close. I've read it there.
The boss!
Yeah.
Somebody wrote over it! Maybe me.
Yeah, Mas Bayu helped me and Mo to about the toolkit things. She showed us about how to change and arrange the toolkit block even he is busy.
Great. What core value would you like to recognize him for?
Help others first.
Okay, Bayu, gotta help others first for helping Wayana and Cynthia on Toki
And be the hero.
and being the hero. Alright, fantastic. Bayu, do you accept the nomination? Okay, any other recognitions? Anybody? Yes, okay, Tadiba.
I want to nominate Rizal for Never Settle.
Okay.
He's on fire this week, man.
Ooh.
The Kamu thing, it was like a the Kamu doesn't make the SLA violation, and then he spent hours and hours just to Photoshop a rice paddy into the hero photo. So he doesn't want to wait until the rice paddy grows back. And he asked for more jobs every freaking day, like give me more job. He's never settle. He's the one that's never settle.
Alright, fantastic. Alright, Rizal, never settle. Okay, any other core value recognitions? Okay, thank you for taking the master approach, and thank you for being generous with your time. Thank you for stepping on toes, and thank you guys in Squad 1 for, oh yeah, also Rion, I saw you in there too as well. Yeah, I forgot to mention your name, getting and the multiple break-ins. Okay, that is it. Have I forgotten to say anything? I feel like this, yeah. Okay, if I haven't then, let's get announcements from anybody. Dominic, any announcements on your side? Oh wait, okay, with Dominic first and then Rafik. Okay, Dominic, all good. All right, Risky, how you doing? All right, fantastic. All right, Rafik, you have the floor. Go ahead and speak.
I want to thanks with Bayu. For now, all the review that is going to email to the partner. So the partner will show all the guest review now.
Oh wow, fantastic. So we have automated review now.
Yes. We
Did
can.
not know that. Okay, that should be a project. Okay, all right. Thank you very much then. Yeah, thank you, Rafik, for recognizing value on that one. Okay, any other announcements on? Let's see, Yvonne's side. Yvonne, is that a naked lady behind you? Oh, she's painted on the wall. Okay. Inspiration, huh? We never know. Okay. Okay, Yvonne. All right, to Gunny and Ara. Okay, all good. All right. Okay, let's go over to Cynthia. Cynthia, anything on your side?
Yeah, I'm
Good. Bayou.
I'm good.
Okay.
All good.
Aggie, Gigi.
Just technical brief maybe. So
Yeah, step forward.
Okay, so today will be my last day here, physically, but based on my discussion with Jing, so I'll help to handle the finance support until September 5th. I'll do the reporting as well. I'll be online as usual, but it's only 4 days in a week. So I already put my schedule on the BVS. So whenever it's not off on the BVS, then you can hit me anytime.
Hit him! Hit him right now. Okay.
Please.
All right, thank you very much, Gigi, for clarifying on that. That's very, very helpful as well. Okay, Baha, Chandra, Rian, Diva, Alvin, Yuan.
Good.
D1, okay, D1, Wayana, Rizal, okay, Vita. Okay, all right. Okay, that's pretty much it. So have a good week, everyone, and may the force be with you. Okay.
I thought I would ask like
Bye-bye.
what to do at it.
What?
In the beginning, I thought Mita would ask what to do on each.
She will, but now she will.
Now.
Go, okay, all right.
And break.
Okay, and break. Okay, bye, everyone. Oh, everyone's gone. Oh, just like that. Sorry.